Okay, we're at Monterey Airport, and we're going up to see the Reno Air Races. That's the final. It's the final act up there. They're going to be bringing down the final.
Generic November 8486 Mike ready for departure. Runway 28 right IFR to Kilo Whiskey Victor India. Generic November 8486 Mike altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 wind 257 at 4. Caution, the taking off runway 28 left. Cleared for takeoff runway 28 right.
Okay, somebody's taking off from 28 right. Watch that airplane over there. There is a little runway over there, but not for bigger jets. It's just for general aviation jets. There. Now we have to look in here and see if I have my my heading set up here. Heading bug, and we're going to be flying. We got that inputted, and we got to see where our track is. Now we got to move this over. So we're going to move that to so bring it to 0. We're tracking 013. We'll move it to 015. 015. There.
Generic 86 Mike contact NorCal.
There's 016. And I don't see it on here, but it will come up. Here's an aircraft just making a low pass. And so anyway, let's get going. Get the brakes off. I think they're off.
Monterey Tower Exigent 536.
There, the brakes are off. Okay, here we go. We're heading for the Reno Air Races. Gear up, flaps up. Out through the clouds, leaving Monterey. Coming around the course, one course. Say goodbye to the Monterey Peninsula. Through the sound barrier. It really gets quiet.
7 Bravo Charlie, please acknowledge.
All right.
Monterey Tower 527 Bravo Charlie, frequency change.
Then we'll take the clouds out, change our weather here a little bit. We're at 25,000, so let's change the weather, clear skies. Change this to get a little clear on that. Then we'll go back inside, turn on the autopilot. There we go. We're off and running. Take another look back at the Monterey Peninsula. And look down the Salinas Valley. There's the Salinas Valley going down there. We'll be over, here's Hollister. And looking over Gilroy, and then there's the Bay Area right there. And we are tracking 030. We got to change that to, let's just move our track here. I think we got this, let's see here. Where's our heading bug? Let's try that. Yeah, we need to be going about 020. Move that over to 020. See how that does. Yeah, that's right on that. We'll parallel the course. And we'll go right past South Lake Tahoe, which is what I like. And we're holding 20,000 feet. We're going down. I need to try to get the altitude hold to hold. Yep, altitude hold. Okay, we're holding 20,000 feet, I think. 19,009. That looks pretty good. Coming over the Central Valley, San Joaquin Valley. This could be Crow's Landing right there. Wow. That's where the Trans Am race took place back in the 60s, where I met Mark Donahue. They had a towing accident. Here's I-5, and there's the aqueducts going to Southern California. Taking the water. The water fights in California are awesome. Okay, so we'll bring in our chart. So we'll see that this, and then we can see that this is Modesto here. And yeah, see, that's Modesto right there. So I had a little Piper that I flew. Mark, they had a towing accident with a backup driver. Fell asleep apparently outside of, to the east of Reno, up in Winnemucca, or out there east, Winnemucca and Elko, Ely, Winnemucca, somewhere out in there. So Mark was going up to see what the extent of the damage was. So I flew him out of there after watching the race on a Sunday back in the 1967. And I was working for Piper, so I had a little Piper 180 Cherokee. Back then, I don't know whether they call it a Warrior now, something like that. Back then it was, they had numbers. So we're holding our heading at 140. The course is a little to our left. The course goes directly to Carson City, and I like to fly over the south end of Tahoe and describe Tahoe and so forth. So now we're over to the east side of the valley. We can almost see Lake Tahoe, but let's look out here and see if we see. This looks a little bit. This might be the Hetch Hetchy, or that could be Yosemite right in there. Yeah, it just looks like it's got a kind of a shadow. And then they had another formation back in there where back at the turn of the century they built the water system for San Francisco, and the water just tastes delicious out of the tap in San Francisco. Probably not a lot of things that taste delicious these days. And then these are they got Comanche Reservoir, New Maloney's, and these foothills in here, gold. They call it the Gold Country, and Highway 49 runs along in here. We used to go to a little place called Columbia. It's a state park. It's a little town. you could go see into a gold mine. Actually, holes in the ground. This could be the way into that where the Hetch Hetchy water comes out of, right around in there. And down in there would be the highest point in the continental limits of the United States. Let's say that little peak right there, Mount Whitney. Then just to the other side of that, a couple of ranges over, not as high as the Sierras. The other side of the Owens Valley. So the next valley over is Death Valley. So you got the highest point in the U.S. and the lowest point within 100 miles of each other. Sacramento, back over in there. This could be Folsom Lake, possibly, right in there. And we'll be seeing Highway 50 coming up out of Sacramento as we get close to the Lake Tahoe. Here, just so you know, we're going Mach down here in the lower left-hand corner, Mach 1.71, which we are truing out at 1,069 miles an hour. If we got up a little higher to 40,000, we get this thing up close to Mach 2. You know, I don't understand sometimes. Oops, I can see we're not holding our heading here. So we've got to go back in. Let's look here and move the heading to the right. Yeah, let's see if this does it. Yeah, that maybe does it. Anyway, we'll take it off the autopilot. So we go over South Lake Tahoe. There's Highway 50 right there. It comes out of Sacramento, and then South Shore Lake Tahoe is up here to the right. Here's a little ski resort here just before you get into Tahoe. Snow, something. It has snow in the name. My son likes to go back over in here, which is one of the highest points, which is called, back in there is called Kirkwood. He worked his first job in Fallen Leaf Lake. Stanford has a retreat right in there. Tahoe Keys, Lake Tahoe Airport, South Shore. They call it South Lake Tahoe. And then looking over into the Carson Valley. And we got to turn off the autopilot. So my son has a little house down here in Gardnerville, and going out of there on 88, you end up back up in here at Kirkwood. And 395 goes out south, which goes down past Mono Lake, and on down that way is Mammoth Mountain. We've been up over there. Here's Carson City. Highway 50 comes over and goes through Carson City and on out through here, and finally meets up with Highway 80. I forget what the name of this lake is, but that leads us into into Reno. Looking back here, that's Incline Village. Mount Rose is right here. And then looking back over this way, there's Dollar Point. And you go through Tahoe City, you come around here, and Squaw Valley is there. And Truckee, Tahoe, Highway 80 runs up through Truckee. The train goes up that way. The Donner Party tried to go up through there, and then they stalled out in there. And we can take the power off, start down, because we can see Stead Air Force Base. Here's Reno, downtown Reno. Here's the Reno Airport. And we'll start letting down for the air races. Let's see if we go through the sound barrier. See if it has a little puff of condensation or whatever you call it. There we went through, but it didn't show. And I will put. We don't have to put the speed brake out. So no more Reno Air Races. Look back at Reno. We'll give them a little air show. A little air show. There we go. We'll make one lap around the wrong way around the race course. If we use too much heat, we'll black out. One lap. And then we'll pop back up over the Reno. They wouldn't want us landing here today. Through the sound barrier. A little explosion for them. Okay, and then we'll get on the tail here. And let's see, we're a little fast, so we'll put the speed brake up. Okay, I can see the airport now, right here. Okay, we'll get the gear down, flaps down, speed brake off. Little power. A little bobbing and weaving. For some reason the trim doesn't want to work. Okay, get my feet on the brakes. Flaps up. Oh, it's fun being back in the F-15. There we go. Yeah, we'll pretend we're staying with the Air National Guard. So we'll find the first hangar. Here we go. They'd probably have one where they can look out. The terminal was down in here when I last flew in there. That actually was at the Reno Air Races. Okay, here we go. So we'll get inside here and see where we shut it down here. See if that turns it off. Yeah, I turned it off. We open the latch. And get some air in here. Can't do that with Dark Star. Okay, here we are, Reno. Huh? Okay, we're inside the hangar. That's kind of fun. All right. Thanks for riding along, and I'll try to remember to put the link to the live feed in there. Look at, I can see the altitude hold right there at 20,300. I'll have to keep an eye on that, because I think we're going to be flying these F-15s. Maybe not the one with this paint scheme next time. They have 4 of them. This one's the fastest, latest model. Okay, they all fly about the same. See ya.